Welcome to this week's edition of HavenFootball.net's Play the Game. Play of the Game is brought to you by the Swarthmorean Weekly Newspaper, true local coverage of Swarthmore, Wallingford, and surrounding neighborhoods, published since 1893. A perfect weather night for this Saturday contest as the Conestoga Pioneers traveled to Wallingford to take on the Strath Haven Panthers. Conestoga got the ball first and made the most of their first drive, which included this great pass and run by quarterback number 4 Timmy Bruder and number 5 Jonah Brown for 17 yards. But 4 plays later, Bruder scrambles and finds number 10 Daniel Cavanaugh, who catches the pass, but it gets popped out by Haven's number 15 Luke Moran, ending the drive. Which brings us to tonight's first Play the Game.
Narang had a 7-yard gain there, wiped out by the fumble. We'll get to the Panther offense in just a moment. From the 35, they'll start with Shane Green right up the middle. Green following his blockers and pulling away. We won't even announce the starting lineup. Shane Green will go 65 to pay dirt on the first play.
Panthers lead 7-0. The Pioneers start another drive as Bruder looks downfield, doesn't see what he likes, but finds a gap and takes off for this 16-yard scramble. Two plays later, Bruder finishes the drive with his 3-yard scamper into the end zone for 6 points. We're all tied up, 7-7. Haven's D was giving Stoga fits as number 89 Alexi Gustafson was all over Bruder and forcing him to throw it out of bounds to avoid the sack, forcing the punt. 3 plays later, number 5 James Fisher takes it around the right end and scores through defenders for 21 yards and the touchdown. Haven back on top, 14-7. The next series, Stoga is looking to make something happen, but the Haven D comes up with 2 sacks. First, on 1st and 20, as number 81 Jahi Curtis traps Bruder with a jersey grab for a 6-yard loss, and then 2 plays later, number 31 Landon Barlow makes the hit, and Curtis puts him down for a 3-yard loss, forcing another punt. Haven gets the ball on a short field after a poor punt, as quarterback number 3 Caden Schuster finds number 8 Ben Milligan wide open for this 20-yard pass. On the next play, number 32 Shane Green gets a shot and takes off up the middle, bowling over 2 defenders for 15 yards and the touchdown. Haven is leading by 14, which brings us to our last Play of the Game.
All right, Haven with the football on the 40-yard line after 49-yard return from James Fisher. 1st and 10 with Jack Schuster under center. Curtis tight end to the near side. Wing to the right is Milligan. This is Green. Bounces out to the left side. Carrying tacklers. Still on his feet. Shaking Jonah Green and Shane Green. All the way inside the 15-yard line to go over the century mark for the evening.
Fisher goes right on the next play and simply outruns Conestoga for 13 yards and the score. Haven is pulling away 28-7. On the Panthers' next possession, Schuster goes to the air again and finds Fisher open, who promptly takes off down the sidelines, breaking 3 tackles for 58 yards. On the next play, Green, behind great O-line blocking, goes untouched for 7 yards for another score. The Panthers are closing the door, 35-7. Win or lose, Stoga wants more points as number 2 James Quincy finds Broder, but it's a bit low as the ball is tipped by Fisher, then by the receiver Bruder, and then caught by number 22 Grayson LaFrance, who takes it down to the Stoga 29. 2 plays later, Milligan runs a left sweep with a great lead blocking by number 67 Cooper Murley, allowing Milligan into the end zone for another 6 points. Haven on top, 42-7. A few series later, and Haven finds themselves at the Stoga 1 as number 35 Ryan Mudrick finds the end zone for his first varsity touchdown. Haven leads 49-7. The Pioneers launched their final 10-play drive, which culminated with this quick run by number 1 Ian McLaughlin into the end zone for 6 points. Final score was a Haven win, 49-13. Caden Schuster was perfect on 2 passes for 78 yards. Shane Green led the offense with 8 carries for 128 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jahi Curtis led the defense with 10 tackles, 4 unassisted, along with 2.5 sacks for almost 10 yards in loss. He also had 1 quarterback hurry and a fumble recovery. And the duo extra point kicking team of Ian Gallagher and Matt Steyer were 7 for 7, 4 and 3 respectively. Next week, a special Thursday night home game as the Harrington Rams come into Wallingford. Tune in again next week for a new edition of HavenFootball.net's Play the Game.